Good morning. We are Hoka Hey +1. I'm done. I apologize for not getting back to everybody on the text messages and Facebook posts and everything else. I truly was happy and thrilled to get all those. I was just shot, man. This ride just kicked my ass, man. I had some things to overcome, being sick in it, and some bike problems. So I really pushed hard, and I pushed hard. And to push hard, you have to sacrifice some things, and mine was some rest and some general body care. So safety slipped a little bit sometimes, but I try to keep it around third. But I made it in. I came in technically, I guess it was fourth place. I came in fourth and fifth with Hop, and like I said before, my goal was never about what place. I wanted to see if I could do this in 10 days for my own personal reasons. So that was my goal, to do it in 10 days, and I was just happy to do it with a friend, Hopper. So that was a thrill to do this in 10 days. So, I met my goals, and I had some difficulties to overcome with the bike and the body, but I overcame those, and I still did it. So I was mad impressed with the guys that I finished with, and mad impressed with that I could do it. So I was just happy, and I was so happy to see that the goals for Jar of Hope to reach that $25,000 mark, that we could do that. Like, that's amazing to me. Like, riding a motorcycle for 10 days, seems like it's something that can't be done to do a ride like this in 10 days, but it can be done. And that's why people say, they can't find a cure for this or that, they can't help with this or that. I say, bullshit, it can be done. It just hasn't been done yet. That doesn't mean it can't be done. It just hasn't been done as of today. So thank you for not giving up hope. Thank you for supporting Team Jamesy again, and rising up and doing this. I can't even tell you the importance of the charity and the funds raised, especially during this COVID time where so many of the fundraising things are canceled. And if you go to Jar Hope's page and you look at their videos and things, and you see Jamesy and what the family has to go through, and picture his mom Karen, having to deal with this. Like, the money donated is greatly appreciated, and I just can't stress that enough. So, that is the most important thing. I don't care where I come in, what happens, as long as we can get some money raised for Jar Hope. I give it my all, and I do that because people are watching that tracker and they want to see me compete. They want to see, a top tier, elite riding, because that's what's cool. Otherwise, it'd be a summer tour. So to the other riders that I was competing against and riding with, and when I say competing, competing to do my best just as they were. And if their best was a little better than my best, then my hat's off to them. So to all those guys, I'm super happy, that you guys made it in safe, and you could do that. And thank you for pushing me to do my best, because it was a great ride, and there was some dangers along the way that are hard to explain, but the difference between life and death sometimes is a tenth of a second. And when you're riding a motorcycle for 10,000 miles through some of the gnarliest corners the country has to offer, you have to stay focused all the time. And you lose focus, you end up in the ditch. You really increase your risk of injury, and risking your life on it. So there's a lot of dangers. A lot of people that started this did not finish it, and it's sad to see so many of my friends at home right now, banged up, broken up, and to lose a friend along the way. And it's very hard to get on a motorcycle and continue on 15 minutes after you find out your friend died doing the same thing you're doing. So I stopped in the Valley of the Gods, and I said a prayer, and that was it. I put that in the back burner and in a different compartment until I could get back. So that's how I dealt with it, and I'm just happy to make it in. There was a lot of close calls, a lot of banged up bikes, and I had my fair share of close calls, and I made some mistakes that I made a mistake, and I was lucky to live through a couple of those. So I'm just happy to be back. I'm sore, so I didn't get back to anybody. I've been sleeping. I've been more tired and beat up than I can remember. My hands, like my tan lines from my gloves, but my hands are, I can just barely make a fist now with my right hand, and my left hand, with my clutch hand, I can't even make a fist all the way. So the shoulders are shot. My elbow got banged up in a near wreck that I made a mistake and took a corner wrong and ended up with a bike kicked out on me and the tire cut loose and it. I thought it was going to high side me. I don't even know how it didn't. Uh, it straightened out and put me in a death wobble and shook this shit out of me for 3 seconds until I got her under control. And thank God there was no cars coming because I was broadside in the other lane heading to the Toolies. And I got my shit organized and turned it around. And, then we rode down the road and we were going through some twisties and a guy in a car took the corner wrong and he came into my lane and, he missed me by 6 inches, and and that caused me to be way high in a corner when I should have been low in it, so I could barely make the corner, and there's no guardrail there, so that stuff is just like the differences of life and death can be a tenth of a second, and so I'm very happy to be back and happy to be in one piece. So I just wanted to put out there that all the boost fighters are back. Uh, two fingers and T-Bone are back, and they came in 16, 17. So I'm super proud of those guys, raising money for Jar of Hope, and I was just like wanting everybody to get back in one piece. So I'm just like super stoked to have all my boost fighters here, four in the top 20. So just amazing. So thank you again. I'm gonna try to get back to everybody on the messages, but I'm a little slow and taking all this in. So we're just at the finish line cheering people on and just kind of chilling and recovering a little bit. Everybody is as I am, beat up and just not quite themselves. So that's all I got, man. Thank you again. Much love to y'all. Peace.